I greet all the members of TYF, all the lovers of TYF who believe in our message, who have always been with us from the beginning to this present moment. And I also want to thank everybody that always remember me in their prayers, remember the lovers of TYF in their prayers, remember the entire working executives of TYF in their prayers. Today is another beautiful day. It's another wonderful day. It's been a very long and grueling time. It's been a long, grueling period for us because as we are preparing for the geopolitics we have school that we are currently running, we are also trying to prepare to ensure that we have the Yoruba Youth Conference, the 3rd annual Yoruba Youth Conference. And I'm going to say this publicly. We run TYF has 2 more major events every year. The Youth Conference that takes place every middle of the year, and always the time of the Yoruba New Year and the Yoruba Day that we always have in London. These are things that takes us months and months to pull off. It cost us a huge fortune. Huge fortune. When I mean huge fortune, I know what I'm saying. To be able to put this thing together. And it's extremely difficult to in this current moment to be able to bring different Yorubas, accomplished Yorubas in their different walks of life, and be able to bring them to a space like this. Montero, you can come on stage. We'll be happy to have you on stage, Montero. Omolabake, you can also come on stage. We'll also be able to, we'll be happy to have you. I'll be doing like a semi-formal announcement today. Mr. Oluwole is the official public relations officer of TYF Worldwide. Even though you are shocked I'll be doing this publicly, don't run away. Come on stage. We'll be happy to have you. We've been at this for weeks, for months, and I'm fortunately, we are so happy that you are part and parcel of TYF working executives. It's what we do. We work all day. We work all night in order to ensure that this is what we are doing. I also want to say this, the information I got, that good news I broke this morning, that the Olukumis and the Shekiris are the 2 royal houses, especially from Ugbodu. They are meeting together in order to cement the Yoruba heritage, the Yoruba groups in Delta State. In Delta State, there is an unofficial policy, from what we've seen, to intentionally erase the Yoruba identity of Yoruba people in Delta State. So, after the creation of the Midwest, we had the following Yorubas. There were Yoruba groups that were carved into the Midwest. The Shekiris, the Usens, the Akokos, and the Olukumis. Those are the 4 major Yoruba groups. The other 5th group, they are not Yoruba, they are Yoruboid. And they are the Ebu people. But these 4 Yoruba groups, that is why we, after doing a lot of research, we've come to realize that the power in Nigeria, oftentimes in a democratic dispensation, oftentimes is not in the hands of the federal government. It's in the hands of the state government. Most of the problems we have, if we have the powerful and a functioning state and local governments, most of these problems will be solved. So if you look at what they did, for instance, it was the TYF as a research department. So it was in this research department in TYF that we've discovered that when you go to, apart from Kwara, because the Yoruba people of Kwara, they are very, very, they are very, very strong. So what they wanted to do in Kwara was that they wanted to separate, they say, ethnic groups in Kwara states. They wanted to say Ekiti, Ibolo, Igbomina, Oyo. They wanted to separate all these Yoruba ethnicities in Kwara State. But the people of Kwara State said no. The Yorubas of Kwara State said no, especially in that Kwara South. So that is why in Kwara State, it is Yoruba people and the rest. That is why we can say 80% of Kwara State are Yoruba people. But in Kogi State, the case was a little bit different. So what they did in Kogi State was they tribalized. They broke the Yoruba group along tribal lines. So what they did was the Yorubas, the Okon people were separated from the Oworo, and the Oworo was separated from the Ogodi, and the Ogodi was separated from the Magongo. Even though the Ogodi and the Magongo, they are a clan within the Akoko group. So they know if they call them Akoko, you are going to know this is Yoruba now. So if you look at what they did in Edo State, they put Akoko. Now, the Akoko in Ondo and the Akoko in Edo used to be together during the Western region. So when they wanted to do this social gerrymandering, because that was a period of the dark moments for the Yoruba people, when the Yoruba people were politically irrelevant within Nigeria. So they broke us into pieces and took Akoko. They now put Akoko Edo into it. Now, the Akoko Edo local government is perhaps that local government, ever since it has been created in 1967, has not been broken into pieces till this present moment. Why? Tẹ́bá lọ sí Akoko Edo, they speak Yoruba, Magbo Olowo Joba, Adebayo, Adekoke. This is the name they bear there. So they willingly broke our people apart and created. So when they say tribes in Edo State, you are going to be hearing Akoko Edo, Igara, Use, Bini, Isha. And you start Afemai. You start saying, But only when Yoruba and be by now, you go to some places in those areas of Edo Southwest, and you hear places like Okada, where you have Igbinedio University. Okada is Iparogenis Okeada. The Ada River, not the Okada. This is not a joke. If you go to those places, Yoruba Mama Bottom Solenu, you are going to speak Yoruba fluently. They intentionally broke an erasure within the Nigerian projects. And we must not hate Nigeria for this. It is not the fault of Nigeria that we allowed our people to be erased. It is not the fault of, maybe we want to blame the Benis, who share the same civilization with us, that they are erasing our people. It is the fault of we, the Yorubas. Whether our forefathers, and we are not blaming our forefathers. This is why this generation, we are taking up this dangerous mission. This mission takes away your freedom, it takes away your life, it takes away everything. And that is why we need to tread carefully. We need to tread carefully. I'm going to use this moment to also address something that has been going on about the issue of Dr. Dipo. And I see a lot of people tí wọ́n mọ ibi tí wàífù tí ń bọ̀, tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú. But we don't mind anyway. We don't mind. Because for years, ẹlòmíà sọ̀rọ̀ gbẹ́ tó ní mental problem, tá a mọ̀ rí, ìkẹ́sẹ̀ ní ìṣe wọ́n ni, mo kàn wò ni. I don't want to go deep, but I will quickly say some things. Now, if you work with many people, we called different people both home and abroad. We'll see maybe we can talk to one or two of us, and we are still working on it. Last year, we had governors, senators, former governors, commissioners, powerful people that attended our program. In the upper year, our top leaders, former honorables, they are coming to that event. Because àwọn lóyè kankan àwọn ní agbátẹrù TYF. TYF is not a Twitter organization. It is not a rebellion. Kò ṣe activism là ń ṣe níbí báyìí. It is an ideological organization, institution ni. Institution là ń build. A dẹ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ day and night offline for the past many years. Many people, many of us ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, but màá sọ lónìí. Many of us have been in Yoruba advocacy before the beginning of anything called Yoruba Nation movement. Ó láti wà ní advocacy. That is share different things. With different groups or do action groups, Yolicom, different organizations, OPC. Many of us ti wà. That we've been advocating for Yoruba people. I can count more than 15 years in this struggle. At least, tí mo ní record pé organization báyìí ni mo wà ní member ẹ̀. Tá a dẹ̀ fi gbogbo ẹ̀mí wa, ayé wa ṣe, even kí n tó kúrò ní Nigeria. Many people that we started this thing with together, wọ́n wà níbí, tí wọ́n ti wà pẹ̀lú wa tipẹ́tipẹ́. I can point to the coordinator of your state, Comrade Nike. She's been with me at least one of them. She might not be talking on Twitter, X, but láti ìpìlẹ̀, many of them are here and in different shades. Nígbà yẹn gan kò sí tó ń jẹ́ TYF. And when many of us that Buhari, we've been doing this advocacy under Jonathan, before Jonathan, Yaradua, we at least Yoruba continue by. We must find a way in order to get restructuring within Nigeria, ethnic federalism. Under push niye until this man came with Ruga. Tori Ruga yẹn tán máa implement Ruga. It means a destruction. Ta ló fẹ́ dúró kán gba ilẹ̀ onílẹ̀, kán gba ilẹ̀ wa lọ́wọ́ wa, kán wá lọ set to other people síbẹ̀. In the name of national unity. Many of us there jáde. Tí President Buhari bá decide pé ohun tó ń fẹ́ ṣe nìyẹn láti Yoruba land will not be the lab guinea pig of Nigeria. Then a máa renegotiate in Nigeria ini. Because Nigeria is not just a nation, it is a country of nations. Torí ẹ̀ nínú national anthem wa, though tribe and tongue may differ. And torí ẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ bá ń ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ láwọn tẹ́ máa fọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ, àwọn ọba, àwọn ìjòyè. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ abẹ́rẹ́ yín gbọ́dọ̀ lókun dì torí ìjọ́ tí wàhálà bá máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Wọ́n á sọ pé ta ló rán yín iṣẹ́. And that is how we spoke. Àìgbáyélá believe fún Southern Alliance. There was something wọ́n pè ní NINAS. NINAS was that, ẹ jẹ́ ká pé national conference. Torí ẹgbà tó pé national conference ní 2014. Ìgbà yẹn àwọn bàbá wa kan náà lọ síbẹ̀. Àwọn bàbá àgbà Akínfọlárìn. Wọ́n lọ síbẹ̀. These are elders. These are my leaders. He's the current Secretary General of Afenifere. Under Fáṣọ̀rántì. Bàbá dáadáa, Olódùmarè wà pẹ̀lú yín tẹ́ bá wà o. They went to that conference, even though ìgbà tán lọ conference yẹn, inú àwa kan ò dùn. Pé kí lẹ lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ conference yìí, mo challenge wọn, bàtà wọn bá wa ṣèpàdé, they traveled all the way láti Nigeria, wọ́n wá sílùú òyìnbó wá bá wa TYF executives, àwa tá wà labroad wá ṣe ìpàdé. And it was, àwọn gangan náà tún ó sí wa, kìí ṣe pé àwọn náà wá bá wa, àwọn náà tún ló yá. Ìbíbà ilẹ̀ wà, a fẹ́ bá yín ṣe ìpàdé, because they know ọmọ ṣẹ́tà ń ṣe. ẹnu kan, they know what we are doing. Dẹ̀ bú wọn. Àwọn ò sọ pé àwọn bàbá yìí o, a máa bá tí wọ́n jẹ́ ní a tún fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ ní intel sọ yìí, bàbá àgbà, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe báyìí. Torí a mọ̀ pé tọmọdé bá láṣọ bí àgbà kò lè lákìsà bí àgbà. Wọ́n dẹ̀ fi ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ yé wa, àwa dẹ̀ sọ fún wọn. Ibẹ̀ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní rèsì ọ̀rọ̀ ṣẹ̀kírì. Láti rèsì ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá Delta, àwọn Yorùbá Olùkùnmí ní Aniocha North local government. Ibẹ̀ láti rèsì ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn Àkókó. Ibẹ̀ láti rèsì ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn Ùsẹ́. Pé kírètè gbàgbé àwọn pípù ìṣèwọ̀n ìṣojúlọ ọmọ Yorùbá ni. Wọ́n wá láwọn ò gbàgbé wọn. Pé àwọn ọmọ tán pé àwọn ń gbìyànjú ni pé àwọn dẹ̀ máa gbìyànjú láti ṣe. Ṣé rí ibẹ̀ láti wá ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ fáwọn bàbá ìpé ẹjọ́. Àwọn bàbá ìdẹ́ ń gbọ́ sí wa lẹ́nu lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan. Wọn ò sọ pọ́rọ̀ àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké eléyìí, wọn ò gbà dá ọ̀rọ̀ wa dànù. Àwọn bàbá in 70s, 80s, in their 80s, that these are powerful people. Tẹ́ pé wọ́n ti they are powerful. They are well to do within the Nigerian space. Àwọn ọmọ wọn gan ẹgbẹ́ lájọ jẹ́. Àwọn ọmọ wọn míì gan jùrú àwa lọ. So we adẹ tẹ̀lé wọn. Torí many of them ló ja ogun Nàdẹ́kò. Many of them ló ja ogun June 12. Many of them gan witness the operation where tiẹ̀. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn náà mọ̀gbà tí bàbá Buhari during Second Republic tó lọ ti àwọn Jákàndé àǹkó tó lọ tì wọ́n mẹ́wọ̀n. So àwọn bàbá yìí, a mọ̀ pé a gbọ́dọ̀ fi ọgbọ́n wọn ṣe ọgbọ́n. Tá bá dẹ̀ ń ṣe advocacy, tó máa rí nǹkan kan wá pè wá, ẹ ní sùúrù o, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe o nínú Nàìjíríà. Even though oníkálukú ló nílẹ̀ tiẹ̀, àwọn Ìgbò ń bẹ láàrin wa, Haúsá ń bẹ láàrin wa, Fúlàní ń bẹ láàrin wa nínú Nàìjíríà o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fọgbọ́n ṣe o. A gbọ́dọ̀ ṣẹ́jú o, kán mọ́ ṣe treasonable offense, kán mọ́ kà léyìn lọ́wọ́. So that wọn ò ní destroy tá ń ṣe. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pàwó lọ́wọ́, ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n set àwó lọ́wọ́ up ni. Wọ́n set àwó lọ́wọ́ up ni. So a gbọ́dọ̀ fi ọgbọ́n, òun la fi gbọ́dọ̀ ja ìjà tá ń jà. Now going back to what I was saying. So gbogbo èmi ní gbogbo ẹ̀dọ́ gbogbo bẹ̀yẹn, ibẹ̀ náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí erase gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá. They erase them. So irúsìn kan mọ̀ ní pé Èkìtì is an ethnic group. Kan ní pé Ẹ̀gbá is an ethnic group. Kan ní pé Ìbàdàn is an ethnic group. Ẹ ti mọ̀ pé irú jìbìtì wo nìyẹn? Ẹ ti mọ̀ pé wọ́n fẹ́ make sure pé our people are totally destroyed. And that is exactly what is happening. That is exactly what is happening. So, you now look at the situation of things. During the time of Buhari, there was a Fulani conference for all Fulanis of the world that took place in Abuja. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn tí gbà yẹn tẹ́ bá rántí ẹ sọ̀rọ̀. Tẹ́ bá ẹjọ́ ṣe dey come up.
100%.
Yes.
They came from Mauritania, came from Cameroon, from Guinea, came from. In fact, I think this guy even sponsored them. One of
the There was a Fulani conference. No, in fact, wọ́n tún gbé lórí Arise TV, NTA. Táwọn leaders sí Fulani tán lọ attend there. There was no problem with that. Because Fulanis are intentional when it comes to self-preservation. In fact, nínú Nigeria, lẹ́yìn Fulani people, Hausa people, Kanuri, àti Yorùbá, àwọn ẹ̀yà mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin yẹn la ní West African spread in more than 4-5 countries ní West Africa. La ní West African spread. We are a trans-border people. We are a transcontinental people. The Yoruba people are a transcontinental people. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ ní agbára, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ find a way to be able to have an ideological framework, to have an ideological backing, to have an ideological strength in order to be able to bring your people together. This is the fundamentals of the conservative ideology. Conservative ideology ò ṣe pé à ń bá Igbo jà. Kò ṣe pé it's my Igbo là ń bá jà lónìí. Tó bá di lọ́la ló yẹ pé ìjọ la máa face. tó bá di lọ́la lè fèsì ròbò tó náà fèsì ròbò ní Warri tó láwọn Yorùbá tó wà ní Warri àwọn ìṣẹ̀kírì à ń defend wọn bẹ̀ tó bá di lọ́la a lè fèsì ìjọ tó bá di ọ̀rọ̀ Oǹdó láti jà fún ọ̀rọ̀ ẹsẹ̀ odò local government tó bá di lọ́la a tún lè mú pé Fúlàní ló ń fún wa ní issue á fèsì wọn ni no permanent friend no permanent enemy it is not anti-Igbo Igbo tí ò bá ti fún wa problem tí ò ń ṣe zikis kí ló ta fẹ́ máa bàjá tẹ́ni Igbo bá sọ pé ẹ̀wọ̀n fẹ́ gbẹ̀ẹ́ tí ò bá wọn join wọn not all Igbos no believe no rubbish táwọn kan sọ lórí social media now it is the bitter truth you might not like what I just said but ìwọ tó o bá ti sọ pé o fẹ́ constitute threat fúnlẹ̀ Yorùbá we will face you because we have a land to hand over to our forefathers, to our children coming. So in time jà fún nìyẹn. Kò ń ṣe pé it is a total gbas-gbos. Yeah, no. Ẹni reason tí mo fi ń sọ Yorùbá púpọ̀ lónìí ni pé mi ò fẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ mi káwọn èèyàn ṣì quote. Mi ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ mi kí àwọn èèyàn ṣì gbọ́. Torí ẹ̀ ni mo fi ń sọ èdè Yorùbá. Torí ọ̀rọ̀ mi máa lè yàn nànà ẹ̀ bó ṣe yẹ kó rí. Many people, he can't tell sọ̀rọ̀, he's writing jargons. He's a fool. He say, this is how you are doing. You are a nobody. I don't rate you. Àwọn people tó jẹ́ pé inú ṣé ẹ ti wọ gbórí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá. Ṣé ẹ ti lọ kí irú iná wo lẹ fojú dirí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá? Kí ni ẹ fojú dirí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá? Ṣé rò pé ní social media la ti ń ṣe ni? Ṣé rò pé ní social media la ti ń ṣe ni? Because ìtí ẹ̀rù àwọn youth tó bá mi sí the coming generation tó tẹ̀lé Obi àwọn náà lọ tẹ̀lé Obi ó tó lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ obedient tí ó ló tẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn wá regret ń sìn àwọn regret pé àwọn drag Tóyìn Abraham bí wọn ò bá ṣe mọ́ regret nìyẹn tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n lọ hand over Èkó wọ́n lọ gbé fún GRV. The coming generation, the younger generation were very, very emotional. Wọ́n wà very, very arrogant. Wọ́n dẹ̀ wà very, very destructive. Mi ò hate yín o. Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n hate kẹ́ correct wọn. Because wọ́n believe, wọ́n dẹ̀ like materialism. Àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan wà tí màá máa sọ lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ẹ̀. Tó yẹ pé tí ọ̀rọ̀ ti dé ojú ẹ̀. Ṣé rí many of the issue tí a ní nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tá a sọ pé àwọn kan gbaṣẹ́ wa ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn youth wa ò wà employable wọ́n wà employable because they are so relaxed. Tẹ́ bá ẹ lọ sí interview ẹ lọ ṣe interview kẹ́ sọ pé interview àti níléeṣẹ́ media kan tá a fi interview síta pàdé ni pé Yorùbá people ní kó apply over 100 people àárẹ̀ èèyàn mú CV wọn ò lè ṣe because Yorùbá they said good period produces a prosperous period produces a weak generation ni tó bá pé Abacha wá ìgbà táwọn leaders wọn fara gba ìbọn tó bá pé àwọn èèyàn wa ní Abacha ń pa ni generation yìí máa wà more tougher jù báyìí lọ. But we always have a generation that always some leaders that took bullets for the Yoruba people for more than 50 years. Torí ẹ̀ ni an average Yoruba man, average Yoruba youth, ó believe pé ìtẹ́ bá ń lead òun aṣọ ọ̀nù lẹ̀lẹ́jẹ́ fóun. This is the mindset many people have towards TYF leaders. The way they talk to me, the way they attack, they believe that you are a useless person. The same people will still come under your tweets the following day. Are you are the best person in the world. Ma wá rántí pé ṣé bí wọ́n ló ń ṣépè fún mi ní àná. Ó tún ti bọ́ sọ́dọ̀ tweet mi lónìí, ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní praise mi. This is a mental issue, though. Because it is not done this way. You don't destroy your own you. Ṣé rí kẹ́ máa cancel, kẹ́ máa ṣe mob. Torí pé nìkan sọ̀rọ̀ kan wà agree lórí ẹ̀ èmi ò ní bá yín ṣe tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe nìyẹn we don't need you in TYF. Mo ní láti sọ fún yín ó bẹ́ẹ̀ ká ní 10 people ká mọ̀ pé tó bá di lójú ogun àwọn 10 people yẹn ló máa dúró tán ju àwọn tó jẹ́ pé alágàbàgebè ni wọ́n. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ Benedipo fún yín. Benedipo kò sẹ́ni tí ò ní pass ẹ o. Àwọn kan support Peter Obi ní 2023. Ní ìsìn, they are very, very conscious. So, ìyẹn ti lọ nìyẹn. A ti move on nìyẹn. Àwọn kan ní before, some people did not believe in Yoruba consciousness. Now they believe in it. Ṣáwà máa ké insult wọn fún pass wọn ni. We move on. Some of us in time past, we believe the next thing, we can push for self-determination. And we believe that no, because not beginning. We cannot get self-determination because the geopolitics of Nigeria, the geopolitics of the world, and the structure of our Baba Awolowo, I think that our elders, we need to pursue ethno-linguistic federalism. That is the only solution for now. And survive. But self-determination here is a waste of time. Are we not going to criticize? No, we move on. We are not going to deceive ourselves because of that. Now, Benedipo ti sọ nǹkan ní 2018, ẹ wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fi ṣépè fún. Lẹ́yìn tó jẹ́ pé nígbà táwọn kan bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní bà wá lórúkọ jẹ́, òun ló ní pé no, you cannot destroy them. Àwọn tán pera wọn ní Yorùbá ronú, CYF, Conservatives, àwọn gangan ni they been the one doing the job of protecting even what APC could not do. He said it several times in his tweets. When it was not it was not easy to do it. He has nothing to lose. Èyàn máa ń wọ̀ rẹ̀ kọ́ rẹ̀ ní èyàn wọ́takọ́ta. Èyàn máa ń wọ̀ rẹ̀ kọ́ rẹ̀ ní èyàn kọ́takọ́ta. Most the conservative platforms, olójú conservative platforms tó ní more than 100,000 followers. Olójú. Many people are still, if Afunsho is 60-something thousand, is my friend. TYF official handle is just 50-something thousand. Tarotuni up to, there's like Olójú over 100,000. But people like Letter to Jack, Arojile, influence will also change the orientation of thousands, if not millions of people. So Thomas saying, go there like, Emma Fista, Bawan Winnie, any cancel one. Any cancel one. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ fi ọgbọ́n lẹ fi máa bá wọn lò. Because inú Nigeria la ṣì wà. We need to understand statecraft. We have to understand lobby. Tẹ́ bá wo àwọn Júù láyé, mo fẹ́ bi yín léèrè, ìjọ́ ò lè ra àwọn Júù rí tí wọ́n gbé placard kan lọ mọ́ protest l'Amẹ́ríkà. Ìjọ́ ò lè ra àwọn tẹ́ra wọn pọn tẹ́gẹ́rí wọn kọ́ máa protest ní London. Ìjọ́ ò lè ra àwọn Júù rí kọ́ máa protest ní Germany. But àwọn Júù ló ń control politics ibẹ̀ yẹn. Kò anybody, interest in Jews are protected because wọ́n máa ń lobby ní. You can get your things without non-violent ways through two means. Lobbying and protesting. Lobbying and through protesting. We cannot, most often we can, I think that's not protest. Àwọn tó bá jẹ́ minorities ló máa ń protest. Ó wà insultive kí Yorùbá lọ́ṣẹ̀ káṣẹ̀ máa protest wípé we want jobs in Yoruba land to be for Yoruba people, the indigenous Yoruba people. Ó wà insultive káṣẹ̀ máa protest ká tó rí yẹn gbà when we can lobby. When you protest, you are fighting from the place of weakness. Ṣé rí tẹ́ bá ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní protest tẹ́ ń ṣe gàràgàrà. Nobody is going to respect you oftentimes. Ṣùgbọ́n tẹ́ bá lobby, tẹ́ sit on the table and you talk to the people in power and say, this is what we want. If you do this for us, we will give you this. You are talking as equals. Bó ṣe kí Yorùbá máa project power nìyẹn. Mo fẹ́ bi yín léèrè another question. Ibo lẹ ti rí Fúlàní kó protest nínú Nàìjíríà rí? Ibo lẹ ti rí? Ibo lẹ ti rí Fúlàní kó protest nínú Nàìjíríà rí kí Fúlàní bá yín gbé placard pé we no go gree o, we no go gree. Extra tire, we no go gree. And you understand the during time we do 12. Emma Montimon saw. That was the slogan. We no go. That Yorùbá. Àwọn tó bá understand the power, they don't protest. Wọ́n máa ń farabalẹ̀, wọ́n máa ń lọ́bì ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ torí pé Yorùbá ti pẹ́ ní àti ìyà ti pa wá lórí àti jẹ ìyà. Ìyà tí ọmọ yẹ kí ìyà domi ọbẹ̀ fún wa, àwa mọ̀ ju protest lọ ṣáá. We have now become embittered. Ẹlòmíì gan torí àwọn fíwọ̀n pé kí ni conservative ideology yìí? Is it for anti-men? Ṣé ẹ fẹ́ máa bá ọkùnrin jà ní tiyín ni? Is it anti-men? Is it ẹlòmíì wà wọ́n fẹ́ máa attack Islam ni? Ẹlòmíì wà wọ́n fẹ́ máa attack Christianity ni? Ṣé dáa ṣe tí conservative ideology wà fún nìyẹn ni? Ẹlòmíì tí ẹ wà wọ́n fẹ́ sọ the Yoruba nation movement. Conservative ideology ò ń ṣe ìfún yẹn. That's not the conservative that, unfortunately, the person that entered one of the rules of conservatism to call the fundamentals is here, Alabi. His name, Oko Yorubanism. After all the intellectual inputs of many of us, 6 years ago, Alabi he brought out Yorubanism, wrote it, he even did a video. Ta fẹ́ máa share káàkiri, ta fẹ́ máa promote Yorubanism. Ta dẹ̀ ṣe non-stop lectures. When we do lectures, that means only maybe 10 people or 20 people or. Now that you see us do Yoruba Ronu, we have 5,000 listeners, 10,000 listeners, 20,000 listeners. Before, a dẹ̀ ṣe báyẹn fọ́dún méjì. Láì ṣe anything. Bàmí àlè máa lè yànjú 50 lọ, 20 lọ, 10 lọ, 20 lọ, 10. People ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tó máa wá gan èpè ni wọ́n ṣe fún wa níbẹ̀. But we consistently did all these things. But it's now funny. People that actually don't understand where we are coming from. Tawa sọ pé no, this is the way to approach things. Ọgbọ́n ẹgbẹ́ nípa ni mo ṣì ń sọ o. Now, ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, tí ẹ bá invite àlejò, tẹ́ fìwé pè àlejò. Now, this man just did his burial of his dad. Torí wa ló fi ń bọ̀ sí London fún event yẹn. Ó ṣe yẹ kó wà Nàìjíríà kó dúró ti family ẹ̀. He's coming to London for us because of this event. Mo mọ what it took us to be able to say, please come to this event. And he said, thank you. And I will do everything to ensure this event succeeds. Kí lẹ fẹ́? Now, èmi ò dá sí anything. Anybody can drag anybody. Mi ò ń dá sí. There are some people, multi-block wọn. I don't want to have anything to do with them. I won't even touch them with a pole. It's as simple as that. Mi ò ní nǹkan kan ṣe pẹ̀lú wọn. For now, you use the political process, you lobby, you engage, you ensure that you are on the table, and you present your matter like the Jews do, like the Fulanis do. Olódùmarè á wà pẹ̀lú wa o. Maybe tomorrow we'll continue this lecture.